Hello and welcome to Circle Time. Sue, come out and say hello to our friends. Oh, not Sue. Wait a minute. Sue, is that you? Are you pretending to be a spy today? Well, S is for spy today. I like your hat and your glasses. Maybe you'd like to grab your sunglasses today for our calendar to Circle Time. Well, Sue, before we solve any crimes, we need to solve the question of what day it is today. So let's reach into our can and see how we're going to count. All right, so it says today we're going to turn our head this way and that way, like we're looking for clues. Are you ready to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Today is March 13th. Can you say that? March 13th. And if you go up to the top, you can see the day of the week starts with the letter M. M says, So what day is it today? What day starts with the sound Monday. Today is Monday. Good job.
Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week.
Well, it is time to check the weather. So, Spy Sue, why don't you go and check our weather? You can look outside your window too and see what your weather is like today. Okay, did you check your weather? Are you ready to sing about it? When I do like this with my microphone, you can shout out whatever your weather is. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear. Let's see what Weather Bear will wear today. Let's try a t-shirt and some pants. Is it cold where you are or not cold? Okay, we'll put the jacket just right here beside Weather Bear. Do you remember what the season is? Winter. The season is winter. But next week, in 1 week exactly, it will be the first day of spring on March 20th. Well, we didn't feed Fred, so let's do that before we ring the bell. Hi, Fred. Good morning. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is our pet fish named Fred. He's named after Mr. Fred Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, who would always feed his fish when he first started his show. So this is Fred. Well, now that we have fed Fred and done our class job, let's ring the bell. Because our letter of the day is the letter S. S is for spy. So to decorate the letter S, today we put fingerprints on there. If your name has letter S, stand up. If your name has letter S, stand up. If your name has letter S, if your name has letter S. If your name has letter S, stand up. Yay, good job. Well, I used just some paint and my finger, and I made fingerprints that way. But also, if you don't have any paint, you can color your finger with a marker, and you can just dot your finger while the marker ink is wet on your finger. You can do that too. So that's another way to decorate your letter S. So now that we can recognize letter S, we'll practice writing it, and I'm going to show you how. So to make a letter S, you're going to curve this way, and you're going to turn around, and you're going to curve the other way. So forward and back like that. That's how you make the letter S. Let me show you on handwriting paper. And parents, you can get this handwriting paper over at my website. The link is below. All right, so we're going to curve this way, forward, turn around, and curve back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. That's how you make a big letter S. Well, the little s is the same. It's just smaller. So we're just going to curve around forward and then turn around and go back. Just a little bit smaller this time. And if you're using handwriting paper, then the little s needs to go downstairs. So find the stairs, and that's the line little s needs to go on. You have to squeeze that little s on that line. That's the tricky part. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. That's the little letter S, and you can practice those today if you'd like to. Let me cheer for you if you'd like to show me your letter S if you gave it a try. Very good job. And you can get a sticker for handwriting time. Very nice. Well, letter S makes the sound S, 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 like a snake. Our hand motion for letter S is this, like a snake. Can you do that? S, 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 like a snake. That's what letter S sounds like. S says S, 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 like a snake. S says S, 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 as in spy also. So grab your sunglasses if you want to. We are going to be spies. We're going to solve some crime. So take a look at this. I'm going to read some clues, and I want you to see if you can help me decide who did it. So look at this. Okay, so it says there are some eyewitness reports that saw who did it. The eyewitness number 1 says he was kind of short. And then someone else said they saw orange hair. And then the next one says it's not a girl. Then eyewitness number 4 said that they saw the person who did it and he looked angry. Here's some clues found at the scene. Blue scraps of torn fabric and orange strands of hair. Do you think you've decided who did it? Was it person number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Did you guess number 2? You figured it out. Steve did the crime. Let's do another one. You have to listen very carefully to the clues and try to decide who did it. All right, the eyewitness reports are she was wearing green. She had yellow hair. She had a shiny pair of yellow shoes. She was short. Here are some clues found at the scene. Blonde hair strands or yellow hair strands, yellow shoe scuff marks, and green pieces of fabric. Who do you think did the crime? Was it person number 1, 2, 3, or 4? If you guessed number 1, then you are right. Good spying. Carrie, you did the crime. All right, so let's do the next one. Here are the eyewitness reports. This person didn't have a lot of hair. This person was wearing light-colored shoes. The person seemed so happy. Clues found at the scene are dark hair strands, a pair of green gloves, and a torn note addressed to someone whose name starts with a J. Who do you think did it? Was it person number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Did you guess number 2? You are right. Great spying. James, you did the crime. Well, it is time for us to do something fun for our science activity. So take a look at this. I have a mirror, but you could use the mirror in your bathroom. Now, I also have a secret message on my piece of paper. Let me grab it so you can see. Okay, it's hard to know what that is. Y and PS, it looks all backwards. But watch what happens when I hold it up in front of the mirror. Hey, when I put it in front of the mirror, I can see what it says, SPY. That says spy. So how did that happen? It was like the mirror flipped it around. Well, that's because light travels in lines. And when the light reflects in the mirror, it turns it. It kind of flips it backwards. So you can see that now the word is right-sided. I have another one. Let's see if we can figure out what this word is. Okay, there's the word. And then I'm going to put it in the mirror and ta-da! Now I can see what this word is. It's C-A-T. C-A-T. That word is cat. C-A-T, cat. So see if you can write a word backwards. You can put it in front of your bathroom mirror and you can see it righted. Maybe you can try that with your own name. So let me show you how I did that. So all you have to do is take a piece of paper and a marker. Marker works best. You can write a word like cat, C-A-T, and then turn it backwards like this and trace. If you use a marker, you should be able to see through the paper. Trace on top. So now you have a secret message. It's backwards. To solve the secret message, you have to take this to a bathroom mirror and it's going to flip the message around in the mirror and you'll be able to see it righted. Well, it is time for us to do art. And here's what we're going to make today for art. We're going to make a magnifying glass. So let's head over to the art table and I'll show you how. Okay, so for art today, we're making a magnifying glass. So the first thing we're going to need is some kind of thin cardboard. Your cereal box cardboard would work great. The next thing we're going to do is draw the shape of a magnifying glass. So all we have to do is make a circle. And then inside of that, we're going to make another circle. So 2 circles. And then at the bottom, we're going to make a handle. So it's almost like a really giant letter U, a really stretched out letter U. Okay, so now we're going to cut this out. If the cardboard seems hard to cut, you might have to get a grown-up to help you, okay? Okay, now this part also you might need to get a grown-up to help you with because we need to poke right inside the middle. So get a grown-up, don't poke yourself. And then we're going to go all the way around the circle. Okay, and then you can decorate your magnifying glass with markers if you'd like to. Okay, once you get your magnifying glass decorated, then you're going to take some kitchen plastic wrap just a little bit. We're going to turn our magnifying glass upside down. We're going to take one end of the plastic wrap and put it at the top. And you may need a grown-up to help you. Plastic wrap gets a little tricky to work with because it kind of sticks together. So if you need help, you can definitely get a grown-up to help you. So all I'm going to do is, plastic wrap is really good and easy to scrunch together. I'm just scrunching it together instead of cutting it. You can cut it too, but that is a little tricky too. So I'm just scrunching mine to the side. Scrunching it to the side and then taping it. Even down here, seems like a lot, but you can scrunch it like that and tape it and it'll be just fine. So when you turn it over, it looks like there's glass in your magnifying glass. So that is our art project for today. Well, it's time for story time, so I'll come back around and read a story to you. The name of our book today is Spy Guy, the Not-So-Secret Agent. Spy Guy by Jessica Young. Spy Guy was a spy, but not a very good one. Spies are sneaky, not Spy Guy. He needed help. So Spy Guy went to headquarters to see the chief. "Chief," he said, "tell me the secret to spying." "Spy Guy," said the chief, "that you must discover for yourself. But if you seek to sneak, try not to speak." Spy Guy was careful not to speak as he tiptoed down the street, but he didn't get far before squeak, squeak, squeak. Spy Guy went back to the chief. "Chief," he said, "when I try to sneak, my shoes go squeak." "Spy Guy," said the chief, "great sneakers need great sneakers." Spy Guy put on his brand new shoes. He didn't make a sound as he crept through town, but everyone saw him coming. Spy Guy visited the chief again. "Chief," he said, "when I'm sneaking, everyone is peeking." "So I see," said the chief. "When spying, it is wise to wear a disguise." Spy Guy put on some camouflage. He felt pretty sneaky as he slunk through the trees, but suddenly he had to sneeze. Spy Guy returned to the chief. "Chief," he said, "when I try to sneak, I sneeze." "Spy Guy," said the chief, if you want to be stealthy, first you must be healthy." So Spy Guy gobbled down a big bowl of soup. Slurp, slurp. "Wait," said the chief. "If you slurp, then you will burp." "Excuse you." Spy Guy went to see the chief one last time. "Chief," he said, "I've done everything you said, but I still can't sneak. Please tell me the secret to spying." "If you can sneak up on me," said the chief, "then you will know." Spy Guy tried and tried and tried. After a while, he was exhausted. But just as he was about to quit, he got an idea. Tap, tap, tap. "Whoa! Very sneaky, Spy Guy," said the chief. "The secret to spying," said Spy Guy, "is never stop trying." The end. It says mission accomplished. And I think our mission was accomplished today, Sue. I had so much fun with letter S. I'll see you tomorrow for letter T. Goodbye, everyone. T is for tacos tomorrow. See you then.